So I am very interested in investing in the stock market. Stock market helped me to retire early and really helped me to be successful, at least from a financial perspective. And many people invest in the stock market. And I'm thinking, well, how can ChatGPT help us with this? And I'm going to show you some ways, one really big way, really, how it can help us with evaluating stocks, if you're interested in that, but also some of the limitations I'm going to show you first as far as what it can and can't do. So let's take a look at ChatGPT and investing in the stock market. So let's start by picking a stock that we're interested in. In fact, Udemy, the big educational tech company, and of course it's on Udemy, of course, is a publicly traded company. You can buy Udemy stock. So let's start with Udemy and see what it can and can't do. Let me show you some things it can't do, or at least very well. One thing, let's take a look at, let's take what does Udemy do? So if you're really interested in a stock and you want to start the basics, like, okay, what does this company do? I've heard about it. What does it do? And this goes into, it's an online learning platform and everything you expect, and as far as just the basic general knowledge you can get off the website. Remember, ChatGPT is not always up to date. So some of the things, like if they've changed their strategy or whatever, if they've had a merger, may not be captured in here. But it can give you a real quick way without having to search through websites and things about, what a company or a stock does that you may be interested in. Okay, so that's one thing that it can do in terms of investing in stock. Now let me ask ChatGPT, is Udemy a good stock to invest in, right? Almost like it'd be like an advisor of some sort, right? And what do you think? Do you think it'll be able to give us a good answer? And I suspect not. And it says here, as an AI, a language model, I cannot provide financial advice or making specific recommendations to Udemy or any other stock, time horizon, all the stuff you'd expect, right? And so this is good that it's not telling us, yeah, Udemy's a great stock to invest in, or Udemy's a bad stock to invest in. Same with Coca-Cola or Exxon or Facebook or Meta, actually Meta now, or Apple, any stock, right? So that gives you a bunch of just kind of generic gobbledygook about, investing in the stock market can be risky and all that, right? So it won't do it for that for us. Like, sorry, if you're looking for, can just artificial intelligence tell me what to do when investing in stocks, it can't really do that either, right? So it can tell me what the stock is, it can tell me, but it can't tell me if it's a good stock to invest in. And so it's not real helpful that way. But let me show you just this number one way that it can help. And that's looking at financial statements. And you don't have to be an expert in financial statements like earnings reports, balance sheets, cash flow statements to allow ChatGPT to really help you with this. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. So go to your online broker or a place like Yahoo Finance or investing.com and look up your company stock, right, that you're interested in. Let's go ahead and find Udemy here, right? So I'm going to click on, and you can do this with Yahoo Finance. I'll walk you right through it. So here's Udemy. It gives you a stock quote and all that. Ooh, down 10% to 11%, up after hours. So, okay, so maybe a good bargain right now, right? Maybe a good bargain, right? So, but we don't know. ChatGPT is not telling us. How can ChatGPT help us? Well, ChatGPT can help us. I'm going to go over here where it says financials. You see I'm going over here down this ribbon right here. I'm going to go to financials. And really what I'm looking for is the balance sheet, the income statement, the balance sheet, and the cash flow statement. You can get them off of the company's websites too, under investor relations on the company's websites. But I like this. You can do it this way because it's all right here. And then you can have it be on an annual basis or quarterly basis. So for income statements, we want to look at it on a quarterly basis. And this is getting a little too weird right now. Don't worry, because we're going to show you how ChatGPT is going to make this real easy for us. So if you're going to start looking at this income statement, this is an income statement, if you're going to start looking at it and you want to try to analyze it, right? There's a lot going on here. You have to have some knowledge on that. I have whole courses on how to analyze stocks and how to analyze things like earnings to income statements. So if you're interested in that, really check out one of my courses. But this is, I'm going to show you a tip here with ChatGPT, how this is making our lives a lot easier, right? We got all this stuff here from revenue or sales to gross profit to income, operating expenses, all sorts of stuff. All right, so where's ChatGPT coming here? Well, I'm going to copy this and I'm going to input it into ChatGPT. Now, if you just, and I'm just going to highlight it, I'm going to hit right click and copy, or Control C would do it too. I'm going to go back to my ChatGPT. I'm already started this conversation about Udemy, right? And now I'm going to say, if I just copy and paste to the balance sheet, it's just going to spit back, just this is a balance sheet, right? I have to tell ChatGPT what I want it to do. And I want it to analyze this income statement. Excuse me, it's earnings, it's an income statement. I'm going to say, can you analyze this income statement and give me the pros and cons of investing in this stock based on that, okay? All right, so we've got the income statement or earnings statement, and I'm looking for pros and cons of investing in this stock. I want to see should I buy the stock, right? Now, if I hit enter, it wouldn't, or my little thing here, it wouldn't do anything for me because I haven't put in the information for what to analyze. So I'm now going to Control V. I'm going to paste that whole thing in here. Don't worry if it's not all formatted correctly or anything. ChatGPT will figure it out. And then I'm going to hit this here. See how ChatGPT just figured it out and kind of organized it a little better? And it's going to take a whole long time to, I think it was 3 seconds, right? If that, to analyze this income statement and consider the positives. But now it's going to start giving me pros, and later it's going to give me cons, right? So it's going to show that revenue's been growing, right? So if we looked at it, we should be able to look at the income statement here and go up to the revenue line, and we can see each of these quarters here that the numbers keep getting bigger, right? They keep growing, right? So that's you could see that by knowing how to read it, and that's a pretty simple thing. But other things might not be as simple to see, like gross profit or whatever. And then it gives you some pros on that and some cons on that too, as far as, you know, things to look for. So like here, companies, however, have continued to increase, so they're increasing operating expenses, which could be concerned if they're not able to generate enough revenue to offset their costs, right? So that would be something to think about, like, oh, can they keep generating revenue to offset their costs? Now, if you took my investing in stocks course, there's a way we can measure that, which is called the current ratio. Current assets divided by current liabilities are basically a way to, if it's a positive number, can it, over 1.0, can it cover their costs? So I'm going to show you where to find that here. You'll get a little extra stock trading information here. And I'm going to go under statistics. And I'm looking for the current ratio. I'm just scrolling down again. My other course has all this, but you know, this is where you have to have your own human knowledge too. So here's the current ratio, and we want that number to be above 1.0. Current ratio means that it can cover its current debts with the current income, basically. What's coming due here in the next year, or what's coming due soon. If it's above 1.59 based on how the ratio works, or excuse me, if it's above 1.0, that's a good sign that they're able to cover it. If it's below 1.0, that means they're starting to fall short, and they have to make it up by pulling out of cash reserves or taking on additional debt, whatever it might be. They're having a hard time paying their bills. So ChatGPT told me, hey, looking at this earnings statement, you might want to be concerned about this having enough revenue to cover costs. And by my own knowledge, because this is where I have to have my own knowledge, I can understand that it does based on the current ratio. In fact, if I wasn't sure, I could ask ChatGPT, you know, what is a current ratio with stocks, all right? And so if I had something like this is where you can use it like a glossary too with investing. Like you may have heard the current ratio, or maybe you heard me saying some stuff, and maybe I went a little too fast there. And it says it's calculated by dividing the company's current assets by its current liabilities, which I said pretty quickly because this isn't a stock trading course. This is a ChatGPT course, but it tells you, you know, things like a high current ratio means it can cover its short-term debts and liabilities. Could be a positive sign for investors, right? So based on the earnings, they said watch out for it. As far as ChatGPT did, but then when we looked up the current ratio, we said, oh, looks like we're okay, right? And current ratio 1 or higher is considered good, well, less than 1 may be in trouble, right? So there you go. So that's analyzing what's the earnings statement. Now let me, just quickly, I'm just going to show you. Now I want to look at, let's say, the other two, right? Balance sheet, right? So I could do the balance sheet. And it's the same thing. I go here. I'm going to go back up to financials. I'm going to go to balance sheet right here, or I can get off their website. I'm going to click right on Yahoo Finance. Here's their balance sheet, right? Total assets, you know, total liabilities, total equity, all that. You can expand these out further if you want to give ChatGPT more detail, which is always a good thing. This is a balance sheet, so it's an annual basis. And so I could just basically do the same thing. I'm just going to highlight here, and I'm just going to hit copy. And we'll paste that in here. I changed this to balance sheet from earnings statement, so as not to confuse ChatGPT. Hit enter, or my little go button there. And so it's going to look at the balance sheet. While it's thinking about that, I'm going to just grab that cash flow statement too. So cash flow is going to tell you, how their cash is going. And it breaks down by operating, investing, financing, all sorts of stuff. You can break these out a little bit if you want. It'll get you more detail. So I'm just going to grab this while that ChatGPT was thinking, all right, and copy that. So let's see what it said about the balance sheet, right? So to analyze balance sheet, company has total assets over 700 grand. I don't think that's in millions. Negative equity means it's got more liabilities than assets. So you can kind of see here the pros and cons. That's kind of has no long-term debt, which can indicate a lower risk profile. It's tangible book value. Its underlying assets. It's good. It has a lot of cash from when it just did its IPO not too long ago. So raised a lot of cash this way. So it then talks about that, and then we'll say, can you analyze this cash flow statement for the stock and pros, cons of buying? Going fast here, this stock. Because if you're not interested in this stuff, your eyes are already getting glazed over a little bit, right? So the same thing. So now I put in all this information. I mean, look at all this data. And this is where it can help analyze large amounts of data. I'm using stocks here, but think of something you might have where you have a lot of data. You can maybe have it analyze that large amount of data. So it's time on operating cash flow, net income, looking at all these different things. Did I ask for a pro-con? I don't think I did because I'm not getting it that way. Probably because I typed in the pros and cons of buying this stock. Okay, so it's basically breaking out, but it didn't give me the pros and cons, maybe because I typed in pretty quickly or didn't type it in accurately. So something I would want to check here, or also it's giving me a different way where it's taking each of the main categories, operating cash flow, net income, investing, financing, and then eventually free cash flow. So so it says here, overall, the cash flow statement raises several concerns, negative cash flow, all that stuff. So as an emerging company, it's a tech company, emerging company, this would be more of a riskier stock, at least at this time. So that's how you can use ChatGPT really to help you with, inputting these balance sheets and income statements and those types of things without it telling you exactly like, yes, you should buy the stock. You can use it to help you evaluate these complex financial documents very quickly and help you to kind of figure out what you want to learn more of as an example.